Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I hope you've had a better day weather-wise like we have. Do you know, it was light until about 20 minutes ago here, which was really lovely to see. Spring is on its way, and it is here as well. Now, can you believe it? This is the last Sunday in February already, which means that I always try and save my special die, but although they are all special, aren't they? So I have got a brand new EasyFrame for you. It's the oval lattice focal EasyFrame, blah, 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 quite a mouthful, but we had a really lovely ordinary lattice focal frame, which was really popular, still is really popular. And so many people said, can't you do an oval one? Because I really like them. And so that is exactly what we've got. I'm mixing it with the Best Wishes, which is a recent die, and also some decoupage, which is Katie Sue Designs, Decoupage Spring Flowers. There are 3 sheets in a pack. I'll show you them all in a minute. They just work so well with this card. I couldn't decide whether to do it as a men's card or as a ladies card, and this one just screamed spring to me. And so I'm really looking forward to showing you it in all its beauty. It's going to be a stunner. I've also used some 2mm foam in both strips and pads of various different sizes, because that's going to make life easy for me. I often use silicone glue, but there's quite a few little bits of the decoupage that I want to use. And I've also half done a box to put it all in. Just a quick reminder before we go on, the March card kit has been launched to subscribers today, which I absolutely know. Thank you so much. Many of you have already found and have pre-booked. It goes, the full launch is next Sunday, March the 1st, really short month this month. And so it seems to have come round much quicker than it normally did. I will say that there are 3 elements. There are like 1 card kit and 2 other elements that could be bought as an extra, and one of them is nearly sold out. So if you are looking at that, those people that are subscribers, I recommend don't wait any longer if you are looking at the extras to go with it, because one of them is almost sold out. Okay, so let me show you. Right, let's put this to one side. So first of all, I'm going to introduce you to our oval lattice. Now, it is a beauty, as all of them are. It is more than simplicity itself. We need to decide what colour card we want and cut it out. End of story. No measurement, nothing else to be decided. This one here could be used on its own. This one here can be used on its own, or for a perfect combination. We put the 2 together and it is a perfect match all the way around. What could be easier? That's why it's called an EasyFrame. Here lurking is the Best Wishes die. That's the one that I want to go with it. And I'm going to show you how simple this is to cut out to start off with. So I'm going to take the largest die, and it might sound a funny combination, but it looks fabulous. I'm going to use a piece of silver, satin silver card, not the mirror card, satin silver. I'm going to tape that, so that's all you need to do. Just pop that onto there. Put that into my machine. And within seconds, magic will appear. I'm then going to cut this one out, but I'm going to cut that with white card. I'm being a little bit ambitious because I'm also going to cut it out with 320 GSM white card. So I might need to turn it, I don't know. But it is a beauty. So as you can see, that part's waste. So I've cut basically half a card. Size-wise, what is that? Oh, it looks so similar to that, doesn't it? But yeah, size-wise, it will fit onto a 5x7 card blank. Not that it is 5x7. It will fit onto a 5x7 card blank, showing you a little bit of a border all the way around. So that's the biggest die. And then I'm going to bring a piece of hammered white card in and my lattice part of it. pop that into position. I'm going to make sure I tape it down just in case I do need to turn it around. We'll see. As I said, I'm being a little bit ambitious because it's the thickest card that I do. And I will keep these bits, not necessarily for this card, but I have another card to show you on Wednesday that's actually using some of the waste. So I will show you that on Wednesday. Nearly through. But we don't need that today. Now be careful as I pick it up. Just want to check, but as you can see, it's cut. Well, hopefully you can see. Can you see that? It's cut beautifully, so I don't need to go through again. And as I said, I'm going to save that piece for my Wednesday card. So let's just take that to one side. Just go through with my little brush to take out the worst of it. And there is all of our bits. So that again is waste, as is all of those little bits there, but I won't be picking them up just at the moment. Just finish poking those little bits out here. So it's a delicate lattice, but it's also well, just so versatile. So when I said I couldn't decide what to use, I also had in mind doing it with, I have some dies which are for fishing. As some of you may know, the staff here do love their fishing. And I just thought that if you had sort of like the fishing rod and the fishing baskets line up here, that would look really good. So that's ideal for a man's card. You can use it that orientation, of course, with just a focal point of a happy birthday or something like that in it. The random birthday would look good in that. But, oh, come out. It's got caught in there. So let's just check. Yep, we've got it all. So just going to scoop these little bits up so that they are out of our way. And I'm going to put them together with some spray glue today, just for quickness sake. And that is how they sit. So just don't need to think about it, just beautiful. So I'm going to turn that over and pop it into my spray box. And then I'm just going to spray that. Of course, you can use ordinary glue just to pop it on. But it's just easier for me. Well, easier, she says, and then put it down and it needs to be moved. I need a little bit of wiggle room, please. Just a little bit. I need to get it into position. There you go. There is, there was a rogue one. Get out. You're not invited. Thank you. Tell you, talk to the papers. So there is our frame. Now, here is my 5x7 card blank, and that is literally going to go onto there. So again, it looks really lovely. I'm going to turn that over, and on the back here, I'm going to get some 2mm foam strips. I'm just going to put that down. I could use the 4mm, but I don't want, because I'm going to use decoupage, I don't want huge amounts of depth, if you see what I mean. This will give me just about the right depth at a 2mm. If I go 4mm, I think I'm putting too much depth everywhere, because the decoupage is a stunner. So bring in my card blank. Whoops. Just fold that down so it's sitting down properly. And then just remove these and pop that onto the front. Okay. just pop that onto the front. So I'm just trying to move it so that I've got that little bit of room all the way around. And as I said, if you can imagine, if you've got like all sorts of things, you can do your bottles for celebration, you could use your golf clubs and your fishing rods and all that sort of thing. It's just not a one-trick pony, which is what we like. I like to have EasyFrames so that I'm adding things to them rather than that they are the only thing, because there's so many things that we have that are so useful that you want to use in your things, all the little things, all the little elements and things, but you want something nice for it to go on, and I think this says it really good. So what am I going to bring you for the decoupage? Well, take a look at this. When I saw this, I thought of using it like this, but actually, and I'll show you it, I think this was meant to work with what I've got. So you've got 3 sheets in a pack. Each one sheet is one lot of decoupage. I have already taken out bits and pieces of it, but I am just going to take this number 1. They're all pre-cut. They've all got the numbers 1, where are we? 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 layers. I'm actually only going to use 5 layers, and they just need to be very gently just eased out. You've got some sentiments, so you've got happy, and then you've got Easter or Mother's Day or birthday down the bottom, so you can use them like that. You don't have to use a separate die like I have done for the sentiment. But seeing as it's one of mine, why not? You can see there's a lot of detail on here, which I really liked. And you couldn't get more spring flowers in any one place if you tried, I reckon. Now I have pushed and pulled all of those bits and pieces, those elements out separately, just because I didn't think that you'd want to sit and watch me do quite that. So I'm just going to take these little pieces out, because these are the extra bits. Where they're not vital that you get them out, because they're only tiny that they're not there, but finishes it off. And then when I lay this onto my card front, a miracle happens as far as I'm concerned. Do you know, I've had this, and I know I'm really sad, so I do apologise for being really sad. I've had this on my desk for a few days. I mean, I've had the die to show you for months, but I've had this on my desk, and every time I go past, I think, oh, look at that. So I do apologise, and I hope that you think, oh, look at that as well, because, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you think that that was meant for this die set? Because I do. I think it is so pretty, and just, I mean, it's not meant to go around that way. It's meant to go onto a square card, if you could call it that. But I just think that is just beautiful, and therefore that's what we went with. So I'm going to first of all stick this one layer down, and I'm just looking about whereabouts where I'm going, and it's just going to be in that area there behind. So they'll be with ordinary glue. So I'm just not going to put it all over, just with ordinary glue. And I'm just centralising it, really. I'm just making those pussy willows, which these are here, just come up around my oval, and this beautiful arrangement of primroses and daffodils, pansies, what would they be? Nasturtiums, is it? I can't remember now. Not quite sure what those little pink ones are, but just stunning. Now, of course, you could just leave it like that, but why do that when we could have some beautiful pieces as well. So this is the second layer, and as I said, the numbers are on the back there. I'm using some of the 12 by 12s for this, and going to put them on the back. Can I squeeze one in there? I think I can. And then just, obviously any decoupage that you think would fit, any of the lovely flowers would fit. If you've got any of those, I think that will do. So just take these off. I've lost my pokey tool that takes these off. But that's nothing be surprising, is it? That I've lost something. We had a fabulous workshop yesterday, so thanks for the folks that joined me yesterday for the workshop, and for those of you that are catching up on it afterwards. I'm sure if you're a member of the Facebook group, you will have seen some beautiful colours and designs that people were making yesterday. So with any decoupage, pop the foam on the back or silicone glue, hover it over the top so that I'm going to be exactly over the same flower that is underneath. And there's our second layer that goes on there. Okay, then we've got layer 3, which again, I'm going to put some 2mm 12 by 12 mil pieces of foam on the back, and I think I will chop 1 in half. I have got some smaller ones actually, but I think for now I'll just chop that 1 in half so I can just add to that, and you can add any more as you go along. You may want to use silicone glue or something else of your preference, that's fine. Come on, off you get. Turn that over, and we do, maybe they're grape hyacinths, don't know. And then we find that one and we hover that over just about there. And put that one straight over. And then I think I'm right in saying we've got this one that's going to go just onto there. With one square there. I really ought to use the smaller ones, I think, to be honest. Just a little one there. And a little one there. As I say, when you've got more time at home, you can take these to your heart's content, really. Pop that one onto here. And then I'm just going to use this last piece here and this one, I think. That piece goes up onto there, so I'm going to pop that one on. I'm just going to use it with one of my big squares. You would be using more. And again, just pop that straight over the top. And then one last one. I will pop this in as well. So I think this is a beauty. And as I said, I will show you a different design using some of the bits and pieces on Wednesday. So that's when our next YouTube live will be, on Wednesday, usual time at 6 p.m. I'm just going to pop another couple of little ones in there. So then, when I've just finished that, take those bits off, pop those away. I'm just going to then pop a sentiment on. So as I said, I've used the best wishes. I was going to say birthday wishes. I've used the best wishes, and I've cut that out already from the satin silver card here. Let's take that. But by doing it, I just find a couple of the flowers that I know absolutely are the ones, and then they seem to fit into place. If you look at that sideways on, can you see that we've built up the layers? It needs to be a bit tidier, to be honest with you, but it does look just stunning, doesn't it? So I'm going to grab the Best Wishes, cut out from the silver. And again, I think that was meant to be as well. I may be wrong, but I do think that was meant to be. I'm just going to put some glue down on my silicone mat so that I can pick this die set up. Again, if you wish, you can put your 2 layers of your sentiment together, but I want to be able to show you the box as well. So anything that you've seen today, whilst available, is over on the website, on the maximumcraft.com website, so you can nip over there at any time. Just pop that into there. And then that one just sits onto there like that. What a beautiful card. It makes you want to have a birthday that might be at this time of the year. I mean, it would also look lovely if it was a sympathy card as well, wouldn't it? With that sort of arrangement on there, because it is just, yeah, very special, I think. Now, let me just make a box, because with that depth, we need to make a box, I reckon, don't you? So I'm just going to pop that to one side. And I've used the same white card. And because we've got a 5x7, I've used the smallest one. I've cut so that it is 1 inch bigger all the way round. So 5x7 means that that's 7x9 inch wider all the way round, don't forget. But then I've had to allow a little bit for wiggle room to put the card in. So this first one is 5 1/4 inch by 7 1/4. Sorry, 7 1/4 inch by 9 1/4 inch all the way around. So this is for the bottom. And then I've simply popped it into my scoreboard, and I have scored at 1 inch all the way around. This is exactly the same for any card, and I've made these boxes many a time, and the files on how to make them are on the website. Sorry, not the website, on the Facebook page. I want to see if I could put that, actually, now I come to think of it, on the website, I think, don't you? I might be able to. I've then just taken the slits up. I'll show you how they're doing that in a minute, and just cut some little tabs and just hold them together so that they are at right angles. That's the most important bit. Just hold that together. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. It is a bit of a stunner, I think, and I'm looking forward to doing quite a few more designs with that one. And as I said, the waist that I cut out as well, that's going to work quite nicely. So this is the bottom of my card box, I should say. And I've cut it out from the same 350 GSM hammered white card. Okay, so that's my box. I'm not going to go in there. So it will be lovely to present it like that. Now this one, I've cut that just an 1/8 more. So we've got 9 3/8 by 7 3/8. So it's just an 1/8 of an inch bigger all the way around, because I prefer not to have a floppy box I prefer it to fit in nice and snug. I'm going to do exactly the same on each of these fold lines. And I've scored at 1 inch all the way around. I'm just going to trim up to that first score line and then sort of give it a little bit of a diagonal twist, just so that it makes it into a neater finish. And so I'm doing it in the same direction on all of those pieces. And then I've also got a circular punch, which I'm going to use upside down, and I'm going to make I'm going to pop it in like that, as approximately halfway as I can halfway in the length here, and then just take a little half moon out of it, which gives me a little thumb hold, and on the other side, so that when I have finished my card, I can take the lid off easily because of that extra little thumb hold. It sounds as if it's almost hardly worth doing, but believe me, it makes all the difference. So your card would fit into a 5x7 card envelope, but because of the thickness, we don't want all that precious hard work that you've just achieved to be spoilt by getting squashed, hence why I've made a little box. And it's only 2 more pieces of card, so it's not, you know, I've only used ordinary white card, all the white card that I've using as well, as I said. If you have liked, while I'm sitting here like this, if you have liked it, I would appreciate, I can see lots of you have, but some thumbs up would be good, folks. I'm really pleased that you like this card. As I said, it's been sitting on my desk, and every time I've gone past, I thought, oh, I like that. And then for the front of for the top, which this piece is, as I say, I've cut out another one of the Best Wishes, again in the satin, silver satin card, like so. And you may remember that when I bring this in, at the top of here, there's this little sort of square, not square, rectangular panel, I suppose you call it. I don't know what else you'd call it. And I just think that would look nice to decorate the front. So I'm going to turn that over. I think that will be just pretty just to go there like that, or like that. No, I think it needs to go that way around. I think that just sort of finishes that off. It just makes the box look a bit pretty. So I'll put that on there. I would obviously tie this with ribbon as well. Turn that over, pop some more glue down onto there so that I can use my little, I think I need to refill my glue gun, you know. It's getting a bit difficult to get some more out. And then just pick up, like I did before, pick up the little glue dots by using this. Turn that over, bring that back in, and I'm just going to put that down here, I think. So that the same theme of using that, I can push down better that way. We've got the Best Wishes on the lid, so when you give them the card, you've got your Best Wishes and that, and you can think, oh, this is going to be nice, especially if you did it with a lovely yellowy ribbon or something like that. It would look really pretty. And then using your little thumbs, there you've got your beautiful card. Hold on, let's get this light looking a bit better for you. Let's get that out of the way. Let's look at it that way. That's better. So it's in its box at the moment, but it's in its glory as well, I think. It's just a very, very pretty card. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. That's very kind of you. Oh, and yeah, loads of thumbs up. Thank you very much. It really means a lot. And I'm glad that you like it, because that is just made for it. Couldn't believe it when I found it. And I thought, yes, that will do nicely. So, as I said, over on the website for you, if you would like to add this to your collection in any way whatsoever, I will be back on Wednesday, which is the 25th of February at 6 o'clock, where I'll be showing you another way of using the card. So I'm looking forward to showing you that. And then next Sunday, which is the 1st of March, will be the card kit launch. But subscribers, if you're listening, and I know there's many of you, don't forget to grab it while you can, because as I said, I'm not even so sure that it mightn't have sold out whilst I've been online here now. There literally was. Oh, sorry, I've just noticed something. I'll tell you about that in a minute, what I've just noticed. It's thrown me by seeing it. Hold on a minute, let me think what I was saying. Yes, there's one element of the card extras that anyone can get that is nearly sold out. I may be able to get some more, but it won't be for about 3 or 4 weeks. So if you are keen on it, then, but the card kit itself, there is plenty of the card kit. Okay, what I got excited about was I saw that our lovely follower Carol has now put MBE at the back of her name. Oh my God, Carol. I can't tell you how I'm excited by that. I don't know Carol at all. She's only one of our She's one of our lovely ladies that does support me a lot, which is fantastic. But to see her up there with her initials MBE, I think I'm just going to have to put MBE on the back of my name. But goodness knows what it'll stand for, and I don't want any suggestions, thank you. But yes, I did see a sneaky peek that she has actually received her award just a week or 2 ago, I think it was. So how lovely. Thank you for joining me, Carol, and thank you for joining me, everybody else. Have a good rest of the week. I'll see you Wednesday. And Maxine, best ever. Oh, June, yeah, okay, we'll go with that one, shall we? Yeah. Oh, this Tuesday just gone. Oh, gosh. She's only had it a few days. Oh, very exciting. Very exciting. Anyway, if you find this just as exciting, you know where to go. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.